You see, ladies and gentlemen, Jesus did not come to earth to heal people from the outside in. He came to heal people from the inside out. And whenever Jesus comes into a presence of a person that wants to be healed, he looks inwardly before he looks outwardly. And Jesus looks down at the guy and says, your sins are forgiven. And immediately all the religious people are like, what? This is ridiculous. You can't do that. But they didn't say it out loud. They said it in their heart. And the same man that could see into the paralytic's heart could also hear the hearts of the religious people. And he turns to them. Can you imagine if you just thought something in your head and all of a sudden I went, what? Like, wouldn't that just be, you're like, oh my goodness, what? I didn't even, what are you talking about? I'm just listening to you. Are you thinking about a burger right now? Like, what? I'm so sorry, what? Jesus is literally, he says, your sins are forgiven. And then he turns around and just goes, what? And they're like, I'm sorry, what? And he's like, what did you just say in your heart? What do you think is easier for me to do? Do you think it's easier for me to say that this person's sins are forgiven, or to say, rise, take up your bed and walk? But you know what? I see how you guys are. To prove to you that I am who I say I am, I'm going to do the physical miracle just to prove that I did the spiritual one. I healed him inside. And because of your private commentary that you didn't think anyone heard, I will now heal him outside. And he turns to the guy. He says, rise, take up your mat and walk. And this guy, I have no idea how I always wind up on the floor doing my sermons. This guy just goes, because he rolled up his mat, so. He just walks off. And everyone is going, oh my goodness, that's amazing! But the cheers that they had and the amazement that they had down here couldn't match what was going on up there. Because when one soul is saved, there is joy in the presence of God. And his angels have a party on our behalf. Listen, you may be still praying for a miracle to happen. But please don't forget the greatest miracle of all. It's not cancer drying up. It's not the lame walking. It's not blind eyes being opened. All of those are absolutely amazing miracles, but the greatest miracle that could ever happen in anyone's life is for your sins to be forgiven and for your soul to be saved.